Thank you everyone for being here with me. My name is Melissa, and this is a tarot reading for the overall energy surrounding the feminine chaser and the masculine runner. This is specific to the zodiac sign Taurus. The first half will be for the feminine chaser, and the second half will be for the masculine runner. I've already pre-shuffled, selected the cards and reflected on the messages, so I'm going to begin. The feminine chaser has been dishonest, or the person they're involved with has been dishonest. Quite often, the dishonesty is a combination between both the chaser and the runner. So if the chaser believes that they were absolutely 100% honest, that they never did anything, that the other person is to be blamed, then I suggest that you really dig deep and ask yourself whether or not that is the reality. Because a lot of times what happens is we project onto the other person and we don't take accountability. So here, this is talking about unstable effort. And what's happened is between the two of you, there has been instability. And the instability has been exhausting. It's been causing so much grief and anxiety and overwhelming emotions and pain. And Spirit's saying it's time for you to make a decision. How much longer are you going to deal with this? You know that this relationship is unhealthy. You know that there's this obsession, the jealousy, the spitefulness. And maybe you yourself are not experiencing all of these emotions, but maybe sit down and write down, what emotions are you feeling? Really take an inventory. And write down keywords. So maybe you're angry, sad, resentful, hurt. And what Spirit's saying is a lot of why you're going through this is because of your childhood. And there's a lack of maturity here. You don't know how to deal with your emotions. And this is why you ended up in this sort of dynamic, because it's what's familiar to you. You're used to conflict. You're used to being rejected. You go for people who are emotionally unavailable. You go for people who are similar to your past childhood experience, where you weren't valued and taken care of, and you were rejected and abandoned and all of this. So Spirit is saying it's time for you to make a decision. Be very clear and concise. Let go of this obsession. Let go of the anger and resentment. Begin to tune into your spirituality. Connect to the higher intelligence, your inner being. It's about finding this, or becoming balanced and aligned. This woman is very passionate. She has a lot of energy. She's very creative and inspiring. And she's very good at what she does. She's the go-to person. Anyone needs anything, that they're there for them. And I feel like that's the Taurus. That's you. You're very solid and reliable and secure. And so what else does Spirit want to say? What else, Spirit? Okay, the reason why this relationship was like this, because you guys were both operating from the ego. You were both trying to control one another. There was a lot of manipulation, emotional manipulation. Game playing. Pride. And it's because the feminine chaser didn't receive what they wanted. They didn't, the Aries wasn't able to give them the commitment. I mean, sorry, their love interest wasn't able to give them commitment. And you guys knew this, but you still try to make it happen. But no matter how hard you tried, you just weren't getting equal exchange. This person the energy just got more and more enraged. And you guys were stubborn and hot-tempered, and you guys just fed into this negative energy. And then over time, it just became way too much. Now it's a matter of letting go of the past. Maybe you said something that you regret. Let go of it. Okay, you're only doing what you know. You're still in the process of growing. You're still in the process of becoming. You know, this what you're going through is a result of your programming and the patriarchy and not knowing any better, only knowing what you've been taught. And so if you've been settling for less, and you've been more than patient, and you've been waiting, and you've been hoping, and you just like to take all of your energy and focus on this person and completely avoid your well-being, and then it's time for you to stop this. The reason why you met this person, yes, you guys have a connection. I mean, we're all connected in one shape or another. But the reason why you had this experience with this person is so that you could be comfortable with being rejected, so that you can maintain your balance despite the conflict, so that you can learn how to master your emotions, and you can learn how much that you give and be open to receiving this energy exchange. This is about your spiritual development, going within, honoring your receptive side, honoring your divine femininity, your sacredness, tuning into your psychic awareness, being completely committed to your spiritual path, constantly working on you know, it's like tempering this energy. How much are you going to give? How much are you going to receive? And I keep saying that. So I feel like for the Taurus, it's very much about giving and receiving. That's been the challenge. Because it's like sometimes what happens is you try to force it. You try to manipulate. It's all about control. And it's because you're afraid. You know, you want it so bad. You want this commitment. You've always wanted to have this sort of relationship. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but fortunately, you still haven't been able to, you're still in the process of reworking everything. So this is an opportunity, and you're closer than you realize. It's just a matter of making a decision and going straight and not looking back. And by doing so, you're going to be given what it is that what you want. You're going to be given, you're going to have a commitment. But like I said, you got to go within. You got to stay balanced. You got to continue working on honing in on it's about your, and I also keep being guided to talk about this. For you, 100%, it's all about giving and receiving. That's the number one lesson. So letting go, getting and being comfortable with receiving, because you're so used to going above and beyond and being that strong support system. And so now it's like, no, you need to tune in, go within, be receptive, understand that you're always being taken care of, that the universal life force energy is moving through you and guiding you. And yes, the commitment is part of this life experience. This is part of the life that we came here to live. But to have this, you have to go through what you've been through. And now it's the matter of you deciding, am I going to continue doing what I'm doing? Am I going to continue to hold on to these old, outdated beliefs? And it all is because of your childhood. So really focus on your spiritual development, getting outside, going for walks, journaling, hot baths, minimizing social media, looking into taking some sort of healing modality, whether it be Reiki, practice Qigong, tapping, anything that you can do to shift your energy and become more aligned and grounded and balanced and heart-centered, then do it, because opportunities await you. You're going to be given so many opportunities, and this is talking about all of those things that I just suggested. You have so many different things that you can implement into your day-to-day life, but you got to make a decision. You got to stop waiting. You know, enough with this internal conflict. You just keep recycling the same thoughts, the same beliefs. You need to turn away from this. You need to walk away. You need to be guided towards the direction that Spirit's trying to guide you. And you have to trust. Okay? So this is for Taurus runner, the feminine, or blah, the Taurus runner. Overall energies surrounding the Taurus runner. The same cards that I pulled for the Taurus chaser are coming out. So the Taurus is Taurus runner is very caught up in their head. They have an overwhelming amount of emotions. They don't know what to do with it. They're erratic. They're struggling with like they don't know whether they're coming or going. They're confused. They're just like, they're all over the place. They have this internal conflict about turning away their love interest. They're wondering if they should have rejected the feminine. So this is the runner, Taurus chaser. Cross watcher, you would be the feminine chaser. So the Taurus runner is having some regrets. They're very confused, conflicted. They're feeling they have all this heartache. here we have the Four of Cups. This is talking about them rejecting the feminine, or they're worried that if they make communication with the feminine, that the feminine's going to reject them. But in this situation, I feel more so that the masculine feels guilty about rejecting the feminine. They're wondering if they made the right decision. And so they're like evaluating it. They're thinking, oh my gosh, like this is the end. This is it. And they're like, should I come back running in? They're conflicted about it, because the feminine provides them with so much comfort, and they're very soothing and loving and nurturing, and they love that about the feminine, but they just weren't able to commit. And this is also probably because they had multiple options. Maybe they've been very much overwhelmed with work. Maybe they don't have the time, like they're going through big changes in their life, and they're like, they don't really have the time right now to invest in a relationship. I'm picking up on that. They're basically trying to keep themselves balanced because they got a lot going on. Some of them are dealing, that some of them have children, and they're just not sure whether or not, that's why they rejected the feminine, is because they have so much already going on. But this has been hard on them to do this because they love the feminine. The feminine is their wish fulfillment. They imagine the feminine. They're just so stimulating, and they just love their passion, enthusiasm, and they're just so inspiring and creative and spiritual, and they're just gorgeous, and they love this. But then at the same time, they're just they got other things that they're in the process of letting go. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so right now it's just the matter of them going through this cycle. And if you're a cross watcher, you have to understand, you can't force this connection. You can't manipulate it, and if you're feeling obsessed and impatient, you don't try to manipulate it. Just let it be what it is. Accept it. Take your energy and shift it and focus on something that is going to be of benefit for you in the long run, something that's going to distract you, right? Because if you want to be attractive, and it's not attractive when you're and I don't want to be all patriarchy by that saying, I'm absolutely all 100% against the patriarchy, but you want to feel this beautiful, sensual, peaceful feelings, and you want to be embodying this and emanating this and having this queen energy, knowing your worth, knowing your value. So this is now I'm switching it to the cross watcher. Okay. And, if you continue to do this, then what's going to happen is they're going to continue to reject you. And you can see, they're not open to receiving. They got too many things up in the air. And, some of them probably already in a committed relationship. And they have a lot going on with work, a lot going on with their family, their friends, their coworkers, their children. And the other thing too I'm picking up on is a lot of the reason, I think the other thing too is they have such strong sexual connection with the feminine, and that's the other reason why it's been difficult for them. So if you're trying to manipulate them through sexual, or you know what I mean, just contacting them and kind of flirtatious and this sort of thing, don't do it, because you're giving away all your energy. You're supposed to be walking, and you're supposed to be going down your path. This is about your journey. This isn't about just giving away all your energy. So this card is talking about the wish fulfillment. an overflowing abundance, contentment, peace, feeling secure. And so that's what you need to do, cross watcher. It's about getting yourself balanced and grounded and more self-assured and secure and emotionally, yeah, I already said that. I keep repeating myself. But anyway, so yeah, so this is what you need to do. Okay, so that's my suggestion. I hope you found this reading helpful. If so, please let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in having a personal reading, my information is in the description. Much love.